Good morning. Oh, Sahanavatu, Sahanau Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavamahai, Tejasvinavaditamastu, Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sadaşivasamarambam Shankaracharyamadhyamam Asmadacharyaparyantam Vande Guru Paramparam Vande Guru Paramparam Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayete. Hari Om.
वेदो नित्यमधीयतां तदुदितं कर्म स्वनुष्ठीयताम् तेनेशस्य विधीयतामपचितिः काम्ये मतिस्त्यज्यताम् पापौघः परिधूयतां भवसुखे दोषोऽनुसन्धीयताम् आत्मेच्छाव्यवसीयतां निजगृहात् तूर्णं विनिर्गम्यताम् सङ्गस्सत्सु विधीयतां भगवतो भक्तिर्दृढाधीयताम् शान्त्यादिः परिचीयतां दृढतरं कर्माशु सन्त्यज्यताम् सद्विद्वान्नुपसृप्यतां प्रतिदिनं तत्पादुकासेव्यताम् ब्रह्मैकाक्षरमर्थ्यतां श्रुतिशिरो वाक्यं समाकर्ण्यताम् वाक्यार्थश्च विचार्यतां श्रुतिशिरः पक्षः समाश्रीयताम् दुस्तर्कात् सुविरम्यतां श्रुतिमतस्तर्कोऽनुसन्धीयताम् ब्रह्मास्मीति विभाव्यतामहरहर्गर्वः परित्यज्यताम् देहेऽहं मतिरुज्झतां बुधजनैर्वादः परित्यज्यताम् क्षुद्व्याधिश्च चिकित्स्यतां प्रतिदिनं भिक्षौषधं भुज्यताम् स्वाद्वन्नं न तु याच्यतां विधिवशात् प्राप्तेन सन्तुष्यताम् शीतोष्णादिविषह्यतां न तु वृथा वाक्यं समुच्चार्यताम् औदासीन्यमभीप्स्यतां जनकृपा नैष्ठुर्यमुत्सृज्यताम् एकान्ते सुखमास्यतां परतरे चेतः समाधीयताम् पूर्णात्मा सुसमीक्ष्यतां जगदिदं तद्बाधितं दृश्यताम् प्राक्कर्म प्रविलाप्यतां चितिबलान्नाप्युत्क्रामतीयताम् श्लिष्यताम् प्रारब्धं त्विह भुज्यतामथ परब्रह्मात्मना स्थीयताम्.
Good morning, everyone. You can see my page.
Yes, Dr. Maharaj. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we are doing the number 4 sloka today. Is that okay? Or should I? Do you guys want to repeat anything from verse number 3? Okay. Give up arguments. Give up see, this is the last one, right? Verse number 4. I think the light is kind of make this font. So verse number 4. Suvyadisha chikityatam pradidinam bhikshausadam bhujyatam swadannam natu yachyatam vidhi vasat praptena santuchyatam शीतोष्णादि विषय विषायतां नतु वृथा वाक्यं समुच्चार्यताम् औदसिन्यां बीच्यतां जनकृपा नैष्ठुर्यमुत्सृज्यताम्. In hunger and disease get treated. Daily take the medicine of Bhiksha. So in hunger and disease get treated. Daily take the medicine of Bhiksha, food. So daily take the medicine of Bhiksha, food. Beg no delicious food. Live contentedly upon whatever comes to your lot as ordained by him. Endure all the pairs of opposites, heat and cold, and the like. Avoid wasteful talks. Be indifferent. Save yourself from the meshes of other people's kindness. So save yourself from the meshes of other people's kindness. Hunger and disease get treated. According to Shankara, hunger
Can you
is
read that sentence again? I could not hear properly.
okay. Avoid wasteful talks, be indifferent, save yourself from the not the mesh like from the meshes of other people's kindness.
It means,
Miss,
a little understanding I need for this other people's kindness. Save yourself.
Yeah, I didn't get that either. Like, it save yourself from the meshes of other people's kindness.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not waiting for other people's kindness.
Miss,
Maybe
you should have a bhiksha of 5 homes and not whoever providing you in a lot. I think like
you
that.
don't want to come under the obligation of another. Like, you don't want to have emotional
Yeah, only for
entanglement.
bhiksha they should take from 5 homes.
See, all that will lead to attachment again,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So
Not
feeling
entangled.
obliged.
Like, yeah. Mhm.
That is basically be Atmanirbhar, be self sufficient. See, we are in an interdependent world. We have to perform our role according to our um, time, place, and where we are. That we have to do. But knowing that knowingly play that role with awareness, at the same time, don't be dependent and don't feel obliged to others. Like,
I don't know what happened to me. So,
You don't need other sympathy. Normally they say it's like that.
Yes, I remember somebody was about to give Gurudev so big money for the creation of that Vishalakshi Mandap, but he said no, we have to take from different people. So at least they have a, yeah, means they will have the share in that. So I think like that means if somebody has a in abundance and they just want to give away, so we should not take.
yeah. So, sorry, it kind of disappeared, the page. You can see my page now, right? Okay. Hunger and the disease get treated. According to Shankara, hunger is a chronic disease of the body, natural to all living creatures, and it must be treated as all other diseases. Hunger is not an occasion to enjoy food. Since we cannot avoid it, offer some food to the body when it is suffering from the pangs of hunger. So, since we cannot avoid it, offer some food to the body when it is suffering from the pangs of hunger. While the body is ill, treat it and bring it back to normal health. So, here he is saying hunger and disease, but and then it is considered as a chronic disease of the body, the hunger, natural to all living creatures. So you feed the hunger like a feeding medicine to the disease state to get better to normal health. So that's our first point here. Hunger and disease get treated. 26. Daily take the medicine of Bhiksha food. Food is to be taken, it is unavoidable. Food is to be taken, it is unavoidable. This is not to be done as a pleasure. Every living man suffers chronically from this regular discomfort in his middle called hunger. So, every living man suffers chronically from this regular discomfort. Every living man suffers chronically from this regular discomfort in his middle called hunger. The remedy for it is food. Thus take food as a medicine, not for enjoyment, but for relief from the pains of hunger. To a sannyasin, the food gathered from 5 houses is bhiksha. To worldly householders, whatever comes to him unasked is bhiksha. To worldly householders, whatever comes to him unasked is bhiksha. Don't plan your dinner nor complain of the food reaching you. Whatever it be, offered it to the Lord in devotion. Whatever it be, offer it to the Lord in devotion, and with a silent prayer take it as his prasad, communion. Don't give much importance to the quality of the food you get. First one is the hunger and treat as a disease with the food, and the second one is that you take that bhiksha, daily take the medicine of bhiksha food. So how that pertaining to sannyasis, but again, in our case also, we have to treat food as a medicine. Number 27, beg no delicious food. The idea implied in the earlier advice is again re-emphasized. So, the idea implied in the earlier advice is again re-emphasized, lest the seeker should should beg no delicious food, right? Okay. Look at import, which is that 27, right? Okay. Look at import, don't demand any enjoyment. The term food through primarily means what is enjoyed through the mouth. The term food, though, primarily means what is enjoyed through the mouth. All sense stimuli or foods are the foods for the sense organs. All sense stimuli are foods for the sense organs. Thus, we satisfy eyes with the color and form, ears by sounds, skin by touches, and nose with smells. Live in the spirit, seeking the inner joy, than sense gratifications from foods consumed and enjoyed through sense organs. So here, beg no delicious food, right? Like it said, all the taste is only in the mouth. It's only in the tongue, the taste buds feel the taste. Once you swallow it, doesn't matter what taste is, it makes you full. So that, people always say, right, it's only up to the throat, whatever the taste is. After that, it's nothing. As long as it's something, the energy providing and to keep your body healthy is fine. And of course, this sense stimuli is food for the sense organs. So the eyes see the color and form, nose smells, the skin feels the touch, ears hears the sound. So then, with all that sense stimuli, this taste also adds up, and so we are longing for the type of food again and again. So that is again we are going to have short-lived enjoyment, but then dwell in your let go of that and dwell in the inner enjoyment, inner satisfaction, inner joy. Then this sense gratification from the food consumed and enjoyed through the sense organs. So we did the 3 points now related to food. Contently live upon whatever comes to your lot as ordained by him. First one is treating the hunger and the as a disease. And second one is taking the food as a medicine and begging for that food as a bhiksha, whatever comes, you take it as a prasada and you pray and eat it. And the third one is beg no delicious food. And the fourth is contently live upon whatever comes to your lot as ordained by him. So you have to, you be content with what you have. Content with, live upon whatever comes to your lot as ordained by him. So content with what you have ordained by the Lord. Learn to live in the inner joy of a peaceful mind rather than in the excitements gained through sense gratifications. So learn to live in the inner joy of peaceful mind.
So coming back to the food point, why should we do that? See, hunger is a disease that lives with us, that we born with and it will continue till we die.
Mm-hmm.
So
But
if we are to give up our raga dveshas,
mm-hmm.
food can be quite a binding factor with respect to that. I like this, I don't like this.
Mm-hmm.
So the reason why whatever has been said, do not beg delicious food, get whatever you eat, whatever you get, be content.
Mm-hmm.
All that is so that we let go of our strong likes and dislikes with respect to food, which is such a basic thing that we do in and out 2 or 3 times or even more times a day.
Mm-hmm. True. We have to eat 3 times a day and we don't want to eat that. That's right. You're right. So leaving the binding desires, that raga desha is the key power factor. Yeah, go ahead, Dr. Kamal.
That's it. I just wanted to share that. The main part is, I think, to let go of our likes and dislikes.
Mm.
Although
food
it's mentioned.
impressions are very.
No, go ahead.
Please,
Sarla.
Kant.
We didn't hear you what you said, Salaji.
I said that the food impression is the oldest impression on our mind, and with that means habitual patterns. That patterns comes and that becomes a habit in our life, and that likes and dislike comes. So that's why I think this all we have to follow. Means even in our life, not only sannyasi should do like, means we have to be also follow such thing.
Mm-hmm.
Of
And
lately,
little by
in
little, I think that letting go your raga dvesha is that key, okay, I like this, but as a non-binding desire rather than the binding desire for the food. That way we let go of, things that we don't want.
Hariom, also like if we keep some sort of if you sacrifice something like if you sacrifice the added sugar in your food, or maybe use whatever, like what in the food which you can't stay like you always want to have it, like sweet after food. And if we can like work upon that, and we can sacrifice something of the food, like taking less of sugar, or taking avoiding the added sugar, because in tea and coffee we add sugar. So if we can take it without sugar, and if we stop taking sweets after the meals, that would be like one of the way that we can improve our that tendency. We are working upon our tendency to make our likes and dislikes. We'll be in that way. We'll be working on that. That we will trying to shift our that like and dislike concept basically. So it is that as if you are giving a bali of your this vasna of eating sugar after meal, or avoiding the sugar in our tea and coffee, or maybe if one is taking too much of tea, then cutting the tea for just making it only two, one, morning and evening, only two of tea or coffee. So it is like sacrificing your likes and which makes you basically weak. That craving which we have, that makes us feeble and weak in from inner side. That is why we, to satisfy that, we go for that thing. So in a way we can do it as an experiment. Like as of lately, I was trying to cut the sugar, the added sugar. Though I'm not totally, I've lessened that. Initially, what I was taking, I have just halved it, and slowly I am trying that, taking the natural sugars and avoiding the added sugars. So I'm still trying, trying to make it just in a half proportion, but we not totally. I'm not able to do it. Still, yeah. This discussion which was happening, so I just wanted to.
Yeah, that's a
put
good
my-
point. Like cutting down slowly and coming off of it also works. Yeah.
But again, a word of caution, as Gurudev says, is not to be very finicky with this. This restriction also, like we superimpose upon ourselves. Supposing sometime you are offered something that has maybe sugar in it or something else. So just take it as prasada at that point.
Right.
Yeah, we
You know,
can take small portion of it as a prasada.
correct,
And
correct.
yeah,
So it is again, ultimately, it's everything, all of this is just boiling down to mental attitude.
Mm. Yeah, that's also healthy also when you're cutting down on the added sugar part. Yeah. Yeah.
Because I know some people are very particular about food. They pay a lot of attention to the food, which is important. I'm not saying no. But, focusing all the energies on just that, you have some broad framework. You're eating sattvic food. Even Krishna has talked about it in the Bhagavad Gita. What is the difference between sattvic, rajasic, tamasic food? So we of course have to eat food that is soft, freshly cooked. All that sattvic food is what should be our focus. But sometimes when it's otherwise, we should not get so worked up about it. It might then affect the very fact that you're so stuck up on this itself is an attachment. Again, you're not moving forward, no? So the whole point is to understand the purpose behind this and then take it forward.
Brahmaraji, in Bhiksha, we may get anything. So whatever is available at that moment, the choice is when there is many things. But when we are living such life, whatever is available, that should be in the moderate and enough for our need based. That's okay.
Yeah.
Contently live upon whatever comes to your lot as ordained by Him. Learn to live in the inner joy of a peaceful mind rather than in the excitement gained through sense gratifications. Whatever we meet in life is ordered by our past, and how we meet them alone determines the future progress and growth of our inner personality. So I'll read this line again. Whatever we meet in life is ordered by our past, and how we meet them alone determines the future progress and growth of our inner personality. To be at peace with ourselves and in joyous sense of inner contentment and satisfaction, ever ready to face world as it is and act, is according to Shankara the right way of life for a seeker. So you ready to face the world as it is and act and have a peaceful mind and inner contentment. It's the right way of life for a seeker. Number 29. Endure all pairs of opposites. So first one is contentment, and the second one is endure all pairs of opposites, heat and cold, etc. Heat and cold, joy and sorrow, success and failure, pleasure and pain, and such other pairs of opposites are all experienced by the human mind. To detach ourselves from our mind is not to get buffeted by these natural inner storms created by these pairs of opposites. By shifting our identification to the self, the Lord, we no longer get tossed about by the tumultuous, tumultuous disturbances, tumultuous disturbances of the pairs of opposites. When they rise within, a Vedantic student learns to be just a witness of them all without getting himself involved in them. Okay? So all the pairs of the opposite is experienced by the human mind, and they cause the all kinds of stuff in our mind. So when you shift your identification to the self, the Lord will no longer get tossed about the disturbances of the pairs of the opposite. So when they rise within, Vedantic student learns to be just a witness of them all. So witness of them all without getting himself involved in them. So that's about the titiksha. Endure all pairs of opposites. So you be just a witness and observe. Of course, when need arises, you take action, but that's about endure all pairs of opposites. Avoid wasteful talks. A serious seeker should not allow his attention to be dissipated into channels of worldly affairs and passions. Idle talks are generally on four main topics: women, wealth, pleasures, and enemies. Everywhere, when people meet together, these are the only and exclusive subjects that they discuss. To be carried away by these topics is to detract from the spiritual path, to rail on our journey. Therefore, avoid such wasteful talks. So, this unnecessary talks, the wasteful talks, what will cause you? It will detract from you spiritual path and derail from your journey. So, you avoid such wasteful talks. Let all our talks be upon spiritual topics, the nature of the reality, the sorrows of the world of plurality, the lot of the ego, the ways of liberation, the means of self-control, the beauties of life, divine and the glories of men of realization. So the beauties of life divine, and the glories of men of realization. So avoid wasteful talks and do then here again it says about spiritual topics, but in that we read this in that other summary also, right? Is it let go of the ego or lot of the ego? I'm not sure about this. Sorrow, the sorrows of world of plurality. Yeah. Oh, and the lot of the ego is the jiva. Okay. So we're talking about jiva, again, the nature of reality as the God, and then all the other ones like beauties of life is divine, and glories of men of realization, means of self-control, all that is pretty much connecting to the world and jiva and the reality. Be indifferent. There are a million happenings around us. Okay, there are a million happenings around us, especially in these days of fast communication, which are brought to our awareness. It is the glory for a spiritual seeker to feel sensitive at the sorrows of others, but to own inner balance and poise. When such a thing happens over which you cannot yourself do anything effectively, let us learn to surrender it to the Lord of Universe and Lord of the Universe with the humble prayer. This attitude is indicated here as in the Gita as indifference. This attitude indicated here as in the Gita as indifference. The indifferent is being balanced and centered and being aware what's going on around us. In 32, save yourself from the people's kindness. Refuse to come too much under the obligation of another. So save yourself from other people's kindness. Refuse to come too much under the obligation of another. This may chain you down in the emotional entanglement and compel you at times. Okay. So this may chain you down in an emotional entanglement and compel you at times even to compromise with your own way of life. See that in life you give to the world more than you take or more than what others give to you in life. Make the world indebted to you rather than you get indebted to the world. The debtor, remember, is always a slave. A creditor is the Lord, the master in any community. So you're only indebted to the God, not anyone else. So that's why this sentence was like that. So make the world indebted to you. Make the world indebted to you rather than you get indebted to the world. So you give it to other people rather than you get it from others. Or like the same with the kindness also. Kindness of others. The debtor, remember, is always a slave. Remember, is always a slave. The creditor is the Lord, the master in any community. So, we read about 8 of these. Hope this, anything you guys want me to repeat it? Or we can do the manana on this one. Sorry.
In the last point, can it be elaborated further? Like I was just thinking, like when a person is describing his or her, he's describing his or her some painful situation or some thing which is disturbing that person, when he's discussing that with you, so what attitude should we have? Like, it should be it should be listen, and how we read once somewhere that we should not experience the same, rather we should just listen and
Can you say that again? I didn't get it. Say it
yeah,
again.
I was reading the last point which you read, no, indebted to
Mm-hmm.
others.
Mm-hmm.
I was
Indebted.
just remembering a point that
Mm-hmm.
we read somewhere or we discuss elsewhere, like
Mm-hmm.
when we are listening to someone's experiences of some painful experience of some other person,
Mm-hmm.
what should be our attitude towards that person and how should we take it, like how without getting us affected, without getting
Right.
emotion inside in that dwelling in
Emotional
those emotions.
entanglement.
Yeah, what
Yeah. You do listen with empathy, right? Like in terms of, if say, for example, somebody, your friend, my friend's mom passed. So we, I mean, even though it's natural thing, any loss, people go through tough times, difficult times. And mature person try to handle it okay, but still we listen to, there really some painful situation what they went through, to give them some points that you normally, offer them food or, some comfort that will make them feel better. It's not that we're going to take away everything from them, their pain, all that, right? It just, yeah. So in that sense, you're not indebted to the world. Sorry, we are, sorry, the world is, uh, we are not depending or indebted to world. Instead of that, we are in the,
World should be indebted to you.
yeah, like in the sense, you are indebted to the world rather than the world indebted to you. Is that right? I'm not sure I'm saying it correct.
World should be indebted to you, and you should not be indebted by
To
world.
them,
Means you
right?
should take care of world. World should not take care of you in this sense. Means
Yeah,
you
in
should
that
take a
aspect.
responsibility. Yeah.
The responsibility is one way, and the other one is that they like Dr. Brahman also said, we are not emotionally attached to
Yeah.
them. That
Mm.
is the part here. We are not kind of, because somebody gave you something, right? We are attached to them. Not that attachment is not what we want, right? So that is the reason, like, in the sannyasis, they won't stay more than one night in one place because they don't want to even attach to that place, and they want to keep on moving. So that
Bondage should not
level of,
happen.
yeah, that
Mm.
level of detachment, like, they don't develop that emotional um, attachment.
Here, the Swamiji was saying, when somebody is telling about their problem or sorrow, just listen and witness, he said.
Yeah, we could, yeah, in that sense, yeah, listening itself for them a great help. It's good. And you want to go one step ahead, then they need some help or something. If you're able to do it, you can help them. That's all. Oh, going back to this verse, I got this is this old version of this Sadhana Panchakam by Swami Chinmayananda. Just want to see this Suddha Viyadisha, right? Suddha Viyadisha is in hunger and disease. That is the meaning of that Siddhi Veda. I'll just read the meaning for a second, okay? Chikitsyatam is get treated. Chikitsyatam is get treated. And Pratidinam is daily. And Bhiksha Aushadam, right? Bhiksha Aushadam is the medicine of food. Pujyatam is eat and consume. So you take it as a medicine of food for the hunger that and disease get treated. Pujyatam. And Swadannam meaning it's a delicious food. That's the one we said, beg, no delicious food, right? Swadannam, natu, na, tu is no, yachyatam is begging. Yachyatam is beg. So no beg, no delicious food. That's a Swadhanam,
Swadhanam means Swadishta means that tasty food.
tasty food. Yeah, delicious food. Delicious food. Natu yachyatam is no begging for the food. So that I'm trying to see like Tattva Bodh, just knowing these 5 slokas, we should remember all of it. So I just wanted to read this meaning also so that I wanted to see to help us. Vidhi was praptena. Vidhi was tena praptena is whatever comes to you, your lot, as ordained by him. Vidhi was tena vasat praptena. Sorry. Vidhi vasat praptena. Whatever comes to your lot as ordained by him. Santushyatam. Santushyatam is live contently. Okay, Santushyatam is live contently. Shitoshnadi, that you guys know, all right. Cold and heat, so on and so on for pairs of opposites. Shitoshnadi. Vishyatam is endure. So endure the pairs of opposites. And then Natu Vrita Vakyam. This you probably know. No wasteful talks. Vrita Vakyam. Vrita Vakyam. So avoid Vrita Vakyam. Natu Vrita Vakyam is wasteful talks. Avoid wasteful talks. And then no speaking. Samucharyatam. Okay. Natu Vrta Vakyam Samucharyatam is don't speak wasteful talks. The Samucharyatam is speaking. Audasina. Audasinyam Abhishyatam is be indifferent. Okay, how do you say this now? Audasinyam Bhishyatam. Okay, Yam Bhishyatam. Audam Abhishyatam is be indifferent. The measures of other people's kindness, save yourself from is the last line. Janakra, what is that? Janakripa, okay, oh, I got it. Okay, Janakripana, Aishtyarya, Mutir, sorry, Janakripa,
Janakrupa
Kripanaish,
Naishturiam.
Naisturyam, yeah, Naisturyam, okay. Naisturyam Surjyatam. Surjyatam is save yourself from that. Amuchurjyatam is, okay, from that place. Amuchurjyatam is save yourself from the other people's kindness. That's a Janakripa in a okay. At least you can get some meaning clarified here. So that makes a
Is
powerful
it
thing.
Brahmaraji? The gratefulness means that gratefulness will not be there, or they will be indifferent to that. Means that Krupa,
Indifferent
Jana
is
Krupa means that.
that's a different point, right? The indifferent is like you be lot of things happening in the world, but you be
Naturally means just
centered.
live away.
You be centered, not affected by it.
Don't pay any cognizance or attention or in any
It's not, you can't pay any attention, but even if you see, like anything comes in life, right? We're taking the sorrow, then you get depressed and uh, that kind of things, see, let me read this be indifferent part. There are a million happenings around us, especially in these days of fast communication, which are brought to our awareness. So we are aware of all the things that comes to our front. It is the glory for a spiritual seeker to feel sensitive at the sorrow of others, but to own inner balance and poise. So even though you're sensitive to other people's uh, feelings and other things, you be balanced, that you have that balance, don't get perturbed, that equipoise or equanimity. um, like sthita prajna thing. When such a thing happens, over which you cannot yourself do anything effectively, let us learn to surrender it to the Lord of the universe with a humble prayer. This attitude is indicated here, as in the Gita, as indifference. Maybe Dr. Brahman also explained this a little bit better, but to me, that's what I thought. And then of course, if you can't do anything about it, and you say surrendering to the Lord of the universe with a humble prayer. This attitude is here indicated here, it is indifference.
Basically being objective, not getting subjectively involved. Someone is sharing their woeful story. They're going through some pain, some misery. There are two aspects. One attitude is to get so totally entangled and empathize with them, and you also start feeling their pain. Of course, a person on this path is sensitive, but at the same time, maintaining your objectivity, being a witness and being stable, and not getting drawn away completely into that, then you cannot also not help them. That is why even in seva, when we're doing seva, Gurudev says when you're doing seva for the downtrodden, do not be detached in your mind. Do it because it is to be done, but do it dispassionately. Don't get so entangled, entwined in their, their in that misery. Then you will become miserable yourself. There you are there to help them. For that, you have to be on stable ground. And that stability is being in that witness space. And that very nicely, beautifully said, do it as an act of surrender. See, whoever is going through misery is going through what? And let there be viveka there. They're all going through because of their own prarabdha, isn't it? So when you come with this space of viveka, with vairagya, and you're doing it, then there is no chance of you getting entangled in that. Then you'll be indifferent. Indifferent in the sense not doing, you're not bypassing doing your seva. You're of course doing whatever is required, but with an inner attitude of detachment. Like if a person is tending to a person who's sick, the sick person requires your attention. So you're doing whatever is required, you're not getting entangled, entwined in that sickness. And in the same way, when in the shloka, it is said, as soon as you attach yourself, as soon as you start looking for self-knowledge, detached from the bondage of home, it is not like you will um, become a sannyasi, you're a householder. You will continue to do, but with what sense? You're mentally detaching yourself from the bondage of home, of me, my mind, my body, my intellect. So it's with respect to family members as well as your mind, as well as your own equipment. So again, all of this Sadhana Panchakam is a way of refining our mind, making it finer and finer and purer and purer. So each one is one step. Because these are what are our shackles. These are how we are bound to the world. Food is a bound. We are bound by food. So do not aspire, do not desire for delicious food. Take whatever comes and take it as medicine. We live as if to eat, but we should just eat to live, to just sustain this human body.
Brahmaraji, what is the meaning of Jana Krupa Naishkrutyam? That word, can you enlarge? Jana Krupa Naishturya Matsrujatam.
Yeah, let go of the
Jana
of
Krupa.
feeling obliged to people. That is what we were talking about.
People.
No? You be, let the world be indebted to you, but you don't be indebted to the world. If you're always in the, see, give more than what you seek, give more than what you get, is one of the things of Chinmaya Mission. There's a beautiful pledge that Chinmaya Mission has. So give more than what you get. Rather than getting, I want this, I want that from people and the world, you reduce your needs and wants and see how much more you can give. Then the balance is tilted. The world is indebted to you. People around are indebted to you. So you are not feeling obliged to them, right? If you're feeling obliged to, so a lot of people are doing a lot of things for you, then you are under obligation. And that itself is a bondage. But when you
Okay, thank
reduce your dependence on others, when you're more Atmanirbhar, you're content in that space, inner space, and your needs are minimized to the bare minimum, then you're living a content. This is one way of living a life of contentment, like aparigraha. It is, you're not aspiring anything. What is required, you have. That's it.
We have a couple of minutes. Please share your thoughts on this. I think we have one more day that
And
number 5 to do. And
yeah, and
tomorrow.
in these days of social media, this Janakripa Naishturyatam,
Mm,
Naish, Srijyatam, is on social media. You post something and you want people to comment, to like. That again becomes, you're dependent on them.
yeah. All that million views and things like that,
Yeah.
subscribing it, all that is like, I don't know how that helps them, but it,
Hariom. I just would like to add one more sentence that I will produce more than what I consume. In these days of ready to eat food and so many things we want in the fast food, people have stopped producing things on their own rather than being dependent on others. If we can be the producer and we can be the And while consuming, I will consume less than what I produce. That I just wanted to add.
Actually, today morning is from long time. It's raining very heavily in the Mumbai. So today also there was rain. So I was thinking all the food material, vegetables come from outside. And if this rain is there all the time, the vegetables will not grow as means the bowing time and that cultivation and everything. So whenever Guruji used to say, no, whenever Guruji is saying, plant something in your that gamla and all, that I am feeling today when I'm seeing the rain in the Mumbai today. So much food needed, we need to consume, and we waste so much.
Such beautiful thought, Sarlaji.
All this again takes us back to the Bhuta Yajna that we had in the first verse. Different do
Yeah.
duties that are ordained by the Vedas. Do diligently. All that Nitya Karma, the 5 different yajnas that come up in the Nitya Karma. So being sensitive to the alignment. Rather than the simple thing that Gurudev has said, what can I do rather than what will I get? What can I do for the world? When we alter our inner milieu like this, then you are actually contributing more to the society and the world out there rather than seeking all the time, seeking this, wanting that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So please share. I try to see I can post that. Screen that meditation. You guys can keep talking. Okay. Mhm. I'm not hearing you. I'm trying to see I can screen this. Okay. The volume, you cannot hear it. Can you hear okay?
Yes, we can hear.
Okay.
Very low volume.
I'm not sure why it's so low. You can still not able to hear it.
Have you optimized the sharing for video? And then the YouTube video itself will have its own volume. So increase that volume.
Oh, I see. Yeah, it's full volume there. Oh, God.
Nothing solid. I mean, the movie is changing. Our body is like the wick of a candle, and the mind is like a glow. And your mind has no face, no shape, just energy. आपका मन का कोई चेहरा नहीं है, कोई रंग नहीं है. ऐसे ही सबको मन ही ऊंचाई. Discard all the faces and see everyone only as energy. See everyone like just a silhouette. Just consciousness, just energy. Let's take a deep breath in with a smile. मुस्कुराते गहरी सांस लीजिए. मुस्कुराते सांस छोड़. एक विराट ऊर्जा का एक नींव है. You're just a part of motion energy. It's called the Dharma. Let's take a deep breath in. ओंकार का उच्चारण करते हैं. Let the sound of reverberate in every cell, every part of you. Sound purifying and energizing. Let's breathe it in. Taking to शुद्ध कर देते हैं. शरीर के प्रति सजग हो जाना। संस्मृति तक means your breathing gently into
Om Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti.
Watch what magnesium does to your
Shanti.
bowels. If you have to wipe more than 4 times,
Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om. Hari